Reform UK bans the local branches from organising events on WhatsApp. I'm going to read into this more from the Times, you guys. So it says that the offices of the party led by Nigel Farage will also be forced to sign non-disclosure agreements under new rules aimed at keeping out the far right. This is very interesting. This is also seems to be a lot of... I think one of the things Reform UK are looking to do here, if I may, if you think about the Republican Party, if you think about MAGA and how things get leaked so easily there, it might not be as leaky if Reform UK makes these changes that they're looking to do here. Now, it's talking about events and using social media to do so and forcing them to use more emails and whatnot. But how much of this are they actually going to enforce? How much are they going to actually punish people for not using WhatsApp and that? And this, I think that's a question that's worth asking here. And by the way, it's not just WhatsApp, it's going to be other social medias they're talking about as well. The idea is Reform are trying, this is obviously part of Reform UK trying to modernise again its political party, or shall we say company, to make itself look more appealing to voters, which is what it's intending to do here, even though its supreme ruler Nigel Farage is the one voice among them all. And this could actually benefit Reform UK in the long term here, especially if it wants to be seen as a normalised party like others here. So let's read a bit more into this, you guys. So, Reform UK has banned its local branches from organising political events on WhatsApp amid fears of infiltration from the far right. Rules handed down to local affiliates last month, seen by the Times, will force branch officers to sign non-disclosure agreements and prevent them from opening their own bank accounts. It hands sweeping powers to the National Party to override the rules and suspend members. Sources familiar with the rules said the strict approach was needed to prevent political entryism from the far right. The branch rules were initially published in December under Zahir Yusuf, the then party chairman, who had been brought in to professionalise the party's operation. However, a tighter version, including the restriction on social media use, was published just last month. It added that branch officers are not permitted to use social media platforms such as WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, etc. to communicate party branch and operations and activities to members and or supporters. Communications should instead be limited to email and to branch meetings, it said. Despite the apparent ban on Facebook, there appears to be dozens of groups for local reform branches actively operating on the platform. Are they going to do anything about that? Question mark. The previous version of the rules said that the party could suspend or expel members if they brought reform into disrepute by association with or memberships of any organisation which the board has declared to be incompatible with the membership of the party. At the moment, I'm still like having like there's a part of me is just like, are they really actually going to take into account with this, or are they just saying this all for face value? However, in an updated version of the document, the threat of suspension or expulsion has been expanded to include association with any individual, whether public or private. Reform has previously suspended candidates for saying that they used to be members of the fascist British National Party, but has stopped short of suspending those who have reshaped materials or appeared at rallies led by Tommy Robinson, the far-right activist. Reform has set up more than 450 branches at the most recent local elections and had candidates standing for office than any other party. Dissent against Farage's party from the right has been led by Rupert Lowe, the former Reform MP who is suspended amid bullying allegations which he denies. Lowe has set up Restore Britain, which has called for a movement rather than a political party. Reform sources said that while there did not seem to be an immediate threat from Lowe in an attempt to take over of local branches, these rules act as an insurance policy. Farage has previously said that he has done more than anyone else to defeat the far right in Britain, and told the Sunday Times to wait until what comes after me if he cannot represent young men in politics. This is a fact. This is a big fat lie, and anyone who thinks otherwise should go back and listen to comments that he has made in the past. Many of the reform branch rules are unprecedented for a major political party, including mandatory non-disclosure agreements for officers. The document also differs from other parties by setting a 3-year term limit for a branch chairs and limiting how many elected councillors can run the local branch. Okay. Luke Agres, a Labour MP and a member of the party's National Executive Committee, said, "These very draconian rules show far more central command control than any of the existing mainstream British political parties." The degree of control frequency over miniature of local organising suggests a fundamentally undemocratic mindset, a lack of appreciation of need for local variation according to circumstances, and a complete lack of trust in their grassroots membership by the party HQ. Well, this is 100% true. They want everyone to follow the Farage line. Anyone who doesn't is pushed to the curb. Usually Reform holds a list of approved speakers at events held by local branches. The rules state that only speakers on the approved event speakers list are eligible to either give talks or hold question and answer at branch events, and deviation may result in disciplinary action. Again, this is about making this is also, as the Labour MPs pointed out here, this is also about obviously clinging on and holding on to power, ensuring that the Farage, that you don't say anything that would undermine the main policies of Reform UK, to really keep a firm iron grip, and that even on a local level, nothing changes with Reform. It has to be the same across the entire board here. So you could get some disgruntled Reform people on the lower levels there. You could possibly get. It'll be interesting to see how it goes on, how it follows on. At the moment, yeah, they are popular, but polls can change in the future. But right now, they are popular, and it could benefit them, but it could also backfire. Remember, they want to be different than other. They want to be an established force, but they also want to be different from other parties as well. But honestly, what do you guys honestly think about these changes that they're making about organising events, having more control sort of thing that they looks to be having here? Let me know your thoughts and more about all of this down in the comments section below. Now, if you found this video interesting and informative, hit that like button, share this across social media, subscribe if you haven't already, check out Rumble and Patreon for exclusive content on those platforms, and if you want to financially support me in the work that I do here, you can do so by becoming a YouTube member for as little as 99p. So thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.